Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. All right, guys. So this is going to be your weekend reading. I don't know what today's date is. I don't even know. Let me see. What is today's date? Here we go again. I'm back off the rails with dates. What is today? The 26th. So Friday the 26th to January the 28th. There we go. Now I know what's going on. Wasn't even thinking. I should have checked before I got on here. Anyways, guys, this is going to be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that's you, welcome to the channel as well. Discern the messages, flip the roles as it applies. Personal reads, you can email below in the description box and the about section of the page. That information is going to be found there until I get this calendar up. Which hopefully over the weekend, that's the plan, but no promises, because who knows what will happen between now and then. Every time I think I have a plan, Spirit is like, oh, by the way, we're going this direction instead. So cross my fingers, we'll see what happens. All right, we're going to get started with Aries. Aries 105. All right, Aries, let's get right to it. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a good week. So let's see. Aries. What does Aries need to know this weekend, the 26th through the 28th of January, Spirit? That pause, connection and stretch. There's a need, Aries, to kind of get out and about. Like there's something pulling at you that goes, okay, time to get moving. But it's like, I don't know, you could be networking or trying to get out of the house. I don't know what that's about. We'll see. But there's an energy of like, maybe you feel like you've been on pause. Magnetism and potential popping out. Aries, I feel like you're missing something this weekend. It's like, I could do this, I could do that. Maybe. And there's that repetition. You're needing something different this weekend. It's like your soul is asking you, can we, not work? Can we go play? Can we work because we've played all week? Like whatever this is for you this weekend, Aries, is kind of like you're just needing something that is gonna add fuel to your fire. I feel like there's an idea of like the lines are being blurred. I don't know if it's in regards to an expectation that someone else has of you, or maybe you've been doing a lot of things that other people are asking of you, and it's kind of like things are just kind of Spirit just said getting confusing. So I feel like this is a confusion about yourself, like what it is you need to do. Second chakra, there's the desires, right? Having these emotional desires or just the desire to move differently, right? Those are our passions in that sacral chakra. That is our sexuality in that chakra. There's so many different things that go into that. And then the thinking woman, how do I do this? Is what I'm hearing, door to value. Again, there's a lot of energy that says, I need to do something new. There's something here that I need to do differently. And I feel like you're kind of at a mixed place of, I don't know if there's constraints around what you're trying to do, or you're just unsure of what you need. It's wanting to get out and feel something or do something. It could be, wanting to shop and get moving. I don't know, like you could be, spending money or something to that, or wanting to go spend money. I will say too, watch out for emotionally charged spending this week. This full moon yesterday kind of, I don't know, I seen it and like everybody was bitchy. Everybody had something to say. And it was funny, before I left the house yesterday, I was like, okay, Spirit, what do I need to know today? And they just said, just stay quiet. And then once the day progressed, I was like, now I know why. Now I know why I just need to stay quiet today. But so with this full moon that we just had, there's a lot of, like, I don't know, it's almost like trying to fill a void is the way I'm seeing it anyhow. So choices and Queen of Pentacles. I just said about the money aspect or spending, emotional spending, the choices. Make sure you're making healthy choices when it comes to your spending habits this weekend. Don't do something you're going to regret later on, obviously. Again, a lot of oranges and red, a lot of fire energy here. Knight of Swords. I just heard chasing down a dream in Queen of Swords, which is equivalent to that thinking woman. It's almost like the way I feel creative, yeah, Knight of Cups. it's like this creative need. Like, I feel like you're trying to figure out what direction you're going this weekend. You're needing something. The soul's needing something. You feel like you're needing something. And you're trying to get clear about what it is you need. But I feel like it's like a chasing your tail kind of energy, no matter what it is that you do. It's just an energy that's kind of like living within you. There comes that choices card again. Well, the Lovers card, I should say. I will say this, if this is a person that you're dealing with that you seem confused about, if you have to chase them down, the answer is no. No, no, no. And if they can't be clear with you, the answer is no. And Spirit just said, you're clearly seeing this, like you're aware of this, but you could be engaging the World card, endings, completions. It needs to come to a close. It's either it's like, I'm hearing we're going to get together or we're not going to get together. 3 of Cups underneath the bottom, 10 of Wands. The Hermit. You know, some of you could really need to get out and do something very differently than what you usually do or what you've been doing. I think I have to sneeze. Excuse me. I knew it was coming. There's confirmation. But there's something about getting moving, getting motivated to do something else than what you've been doing. And I think that it's like an unsettled, where's my other deck of cards here? It's like an unsettled feeling that you all have that is making it more difficult than it needs to be. Okay? So, are those, there they are. I was like, where is my other deck of cards? I'm going to organize this one. All right, let's see. I'm going to switch these up. All right, let's see. Don't overthink things either, Aries. There could be issues around timing too, like if you're supposed to meet up with somebody, the timing might not. I said about watching your money this weekend, the abundance card came out in the reverse. Watch too if people are asking you for money this weekend. See, sparks, having fun, burning desire. There's a need to want to do something, go somewhere. The energy feels mixed. Like if you're kind of in a place of confusion and indecision, just sit back, meditate, breathe, understand why you're feeling this unsettled emotion that's coming in and making you feel like things are kind of wonky. But when you mix, I'm going to call it stupid passion, with this energy, and you're not sure what direction you're going, you're likely to funnel things up for yourself in the long term. Addiction, there we go. Codependent, obsession, restraint, possession, control, emotional block. So just lay low. Like I would suggest to you, and then the engagement ring, higher commitment, partnerships, union. Again, another card of completion here, something closing out. So you know, and I'm going to say too, some of you, maybe what you typically do on the weekends, like it's not an option right now. So it's like, now what do I do with myself? It's a very unsettled, like I don't know what to do. So I think this is a good time this weekend, Aries, to kind of lay low, take it easy, understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling and how you can address it differently moving forward, because in that rest and rejuvenation, there you go. Take it easy this weekend, absolutely. So full moon was heavy, just chill. Just chill. All right, Taurus, 8:39. All right, Taurus, what y'all got going on? I hope you guys are doing well and fantastic. Taurus, just so you guys know, I don't know if it's going to be water or earth that I'm going to do next, but the February reads, half of those are out, so I've got water and earth signs to finish up, and then we'll be all squared away for the beginning of February. So, all right, Spirit, for Taurus, January 26th through the 28th, what does Taurus need to know? Patterns. Can I get a Taurus reading without the devil, the patterns, the repetition? Just one time. All right, so I'm seeing a pattern here with just, you know, 2 signs in. What is it that you're feeling within? There's a lot of like gripping at the soul, like the soul needing more. And I've seen it with just now with Aries, and seeing a little bit of the same here with you, Taurus. This preservation and moderation, the influence, the patterns. I could title this reading, Everybody Just Take a Pause This Weekend and Call it a Day. Like, I feel like this is where this is headed. Moderation, preservation. Again, there's something here unsettled. If you feel like you've got to put yourself on lockdown, there's a lot of like holding on to the self. Like I need to feel, I need to do, I need to be. I almost kind of feel like, Taurus, you're boxed in this weekend. What was it? Repetition had the same like hands gripping. You see what I'm saying here? So you get the visual, right? Like her hands are, oh, they're not repetition, core. You see, the hands are over the body, right? The hands are really calling out to me. In preservation, you've got the same thing. What are you gripping on to? What are you holding on tightly to? Are you creating walls and boundaries that are not necessary, is what Spirit is also giving me. I need to pause. I need to pause. I need to pause. I need to pause. You could be blocking somebody as well, Taurus. There could be a situation in your life as well. It may not, surprisingly, Taurus, it may not be you so much as it is another person that they're coming in pretty heavily. Like they may want to spend 7 days a week with you and you're just like, oh my God, I cannot do this. I need a minute. Please stop. Like, you know, like there's something about it that feels a little overwhelming. It's just like, whatever it is draining you of your energy. It's potentially making you feel a little dead inside. It's like, this is too much. This has to settle. I just heard no way out. Door to value comes out. Aries just had that card. The sun, adjacent possibilities coming out in the reverse. Taurus, I feel like you're seeing something as there's only one way of doing something in general, whatever that something is for you. And it's being illuminated here with the sun. There's a very independent energy. You may just want to kind of go off on your own, do your own thing this weekend. There's a lot of connotation around aesthetics for some reason. So it's like, what makes you feel good? What makes you, you know, it's kind of Queen of Wands kind of energy. The end of the day with this and with the way this is coming through. I can't talk today. I'm like mumbling. But this could just be you wanting to spend some time alone. And it's like blocking with this adjacent possibilities. You're not giving options to somebody or something. You may even be kind of blocking yourself off from certain options. But it's about self-care this weekend, Taurus. I think you're needing some self-care to help. It's like almost ease your mind. Because it's almost like the mind space here is... Spirit is calling it short-lived. So I don't know if it's overwhelmingly short-lived or what it is. But I can't help but feel there's a separate energy of you, and it's like there's something in the middle that's blocking. I feel like that blockage is you going now. Very, very firm about a no on something. And it's like standing your ground. Yeah, I told you. Someone could be wanting to spend some time with you, and there's that Knight of Cups, right? Like, oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do that. They're trying to control. And 8 of Cups, like, you're 7 of Swords. You're trying to get out of whatever this is. So you could have made plans and you're like, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not doing it. I'm not having it right now. Queen of Wands, right? There it is, 9 of Wands. You may not be feeling so great about yourself. Feeling exhausted, worn out with that 9 of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, needing a break. My lips are dry again. This crazy weather keeps changing. I need some chapstick. Strength card, Leo energy there. You've got Leo energy here twice, and then you've got Scorpio. You've got the Death card basically twice here with this preservation. That's the Death card basically in this deck. You've got the Death card, and you've got the 4 of Swords. And did I not say, like, options, choices? 4 of Cups. Not seeing it any other way, right? Bored with a situation, needing something different, taking a time out. I think it's vital this weekend, Taurus, for you, because I don't feel like your energy is really in a mood to play. Somebody else, they could also be seeing you, Taurus, as... I'm going to say you're striking a nerve with them in the sense of their own insecurities. Or this could be the opposite, right, Taurus? It could be the other way around. Where they're like, I'm so used to you being soft and kind and giving and letting me press your boundaries. And now you're like, no. So now they're like, why are you being an asshole, right? Why are you being a dick about things? And I feel like moving forward to into next week, I just said, you know, what was the word that I just used? Their insecurities, mirroring each other's self-reflection, introspection, their wounds. Their inner wounds are being brought out by this, because it's like their codependent ways are being triggered because of someone saying no here to something. And it's like, yeah, I just can't do it right now, or whatever this is. They're used to you being a giver, and it's kind of, you know, you're not taking back and being mean about it. You're just saying, I can't. And they're taking it personally, you know. 4 agreements, one of the rules, don't take things personally, and they are. So that just goes to show their insecurities there and what they're dealing with. For you, this is about an evolution of growth. I feel like you're trying to start something new after the death, and then you have the Phoenix, which again, it's like 3 times over. Taurus with the death card. Phoenix is that of Scorpio, the death. New phase, rekindled, renew, growth, change mind, rise from the ashes. There's something about this situation, Taurus. Self-indulgence, shadow work, time to heal, self-appreciation, self-love this weekend. Whatever this is, I don't think you're going to mess with it after this period of time. There's something about it that it's kind of like red flags are popping up. Call them yellow flags. That's what's being illuminated by the sun. You wanting just to feel good, or I don't know. There's just something. It's like you think about things when they start off hot and heavy, real fast. Sometimes they fizzle out just as fast. So it might have been fun for a little while, but whatever this is, I think you're kind of starting to separate yourself from it. Because it's not feeling right, and this rejection that your soul or body or mind is having is the energetic understanding that there's something that's not sitting right there. Okay, so that is that. All right, Gemini. All right, Gemini, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I wonder how the full moon's been for you all. My daughter is a Gemini. The full moon. The full moon was not her friend. I was like, girl, it's gonna be all right. Productivity fragments. I say that, and here's this lovely lady with this kiddo on the card. I feel like you're spinning your wheels right now, Gemini. What is this? This full moon is like, it's awful. I feel like you're spinning your wheels right now. There's something, and I'm gonna say this has to do with the self. Patterns. You're seeing something in your world that is showing itself. It's like you're reliving things where you're trying to get traction to move forward. So this full moon could have brought up situations for you that the past 6 months, the past 16 months, Spirit is saying, where every time you feel like you've made some kind of progress, you also feel like you're being thrown back into something. Best advice. What's the common denominator to the situation? What is the interlink to everything that is creating the same scenario over and over again? You could be dealing with different people, same scenarios, right? You could be dealing with something within yourself. What is that one thing that connects it all together? That's the fragment that you're going to have to look at, because it's kind of like if a bomb goes off, right? All the shards just, everything flies out from it. So then everything else is kind of like collateral damage to a situation. That's how this kind of feels, is there is one key thing here that needs to be addressed. Everything else that's happening outside of that is the collateral damage to a situation that you're dealing with right now. So again, whether it's yourself or somebody else, or just a feeling, emotion, thought, hostilities, you're guarding the shit out of yourself. It's almost like and there's anxiety. It's almost like you're stopping yourself from happiness because you're finding all the things that are wrong. So meditation, positive affirmations, making a clear decision, same cards, making a clear decision about what it is that you need and sticking to that. You guys will jump back and forth in that energy, right? Gemini spirit. Rest and rejuvenation for you all too. Here's the theme for the weekend. Take it easy, right? It's like the Eagles. Take it easy. Taurus, I said it's like you're blocking yourself off from your personal healing and happiness here. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that. Notification came up. Gemini, there's such a desire. Bless your hearts, seriously. Such a desire to be happy. And I feel like you feel constrained and tied to something that makes you feel so out of balance. And that's the key here in the center of this, is like this massive desire to be so happy, but then feeling bounded by a situation. And I feel like this, again, 6 months ago, 16 months ago, whatever it's been for you, Spirit said upward of 19 months. I don't know why we're using some weird numbers, but we are. But it's almost like you're reviewing the history books, Spirit saying. Like, this is the way things happened before. How do I get out of these things again? Because I'm working on my happiness. I'm working on what feels good to me. I'm working on my abundance. I also feel like there's a soul contract. I don't think that this is on a romantic level either. This is finding the courage within your inner self, your inner child, or maybe dealing with your children, like I mentioned earlier, to help move you forward. Like, what is it that you're working towards and why? Where's the ambition coming from? Where's the desire coming from to create this happiness? And I do think you're really trying, but I think you're also waiting on something else to close out. So in the meantime, it's like trying, or you are the Lover's card that showed itself, Ace of Cups. Give love. I said you could be focusing on all the things that are wrong. Focus on the things that are going right in your life right now. I mean, there is no better way to switch your mood than to go, okay, what am I thankful for? What am I grateful for this morning? You know, God let me wake up in this meat suit today, and I get to sit on my couch. I get to go to work. I get to listen to my favorite song. I get to make a meal and have it with my family. You know, whatever it is for you. Savor every second of the day and start slowing down enough to find the appreciation in every moment so that it helps to shift the mindset. You can't be thankful for something and be miserable at the same time. You can't have both sides of it. It's one or the other, right? You can't be miserable if you're happy or thinking about good things. So it's like pulling yourself out of that misery and knowing, you know, planting those seeds, knowing that everything is going to be fine one way or another. Think about your choices and where you're planting those seeds. Are these people and or situations worth your time, energy, and effort? Are you planting and investing in yourself as much as you're trying to give it away? Contract, Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. There's a lot around money here, Gemini. Finding it burdensome to feel secure, to feel stable. Here's the thing, though, with that contract and that Six of Pentacles, I'm seeing this as two separate sides. There could be a side of this that has been very toxic and heavy when Spirit talks about the past 16 or the 6 to 19 months that they brought up. By the way, there's a lot of 6s and 9s here before I even open my mouth, or after I open my mouth about that. 6 and 6, I like it, though. It's healing karma. It's healing childhood wounds. It's doing that work for you. This could pertain to a King of Pentacles who has used, I feel like for some people, some of you could have dealt with people that they loved you via the means of money. Now you have to learn what it is to be happy via the means of just happiness and appreciation rather than the coin or the other aspects. Now, for those of you who are struggling with stability and security right now, it's like you could have spent a long time not knowing what that even meant to you, or you could have grown up in a household where that was not a thing. Now it is. And it's like trying to get comfortable with that. Like you found some kind of security and it feels weird because I don't know what this is. Key on a ring, many options, unconventional, one-night stand. String along. As I said, you could just, you know, think about one-night stands. Who knows where you're going to end up the next night, right? There's no security. There's no stability on that whatsoever. They let you in for a little bit. I said about the money, right? Somebody could be ruling by money. There's the abundance. It's okay for you to have abundance. Needing time, cycles, takes time, need time to heal and progressing. If you've closed out a situation or something kind of came to an end about 6 months ago, don't beat yourself up. Take the time that you need to feel better about yourself. Manifest the life that you want. And P.S., I said about gratitude, thankfulness, right? What's on here? Gratitude and bliss. Changing that mindset, like I said. And then the other side of this, the positive note here, evolving and growth, next phase, healing that inner child. Just said about it, releasing the past, the butterfly, that's transformative energy. Gemini, this is going to be okay. Right now, you know, Spirit's asking you to just get out of your head and find what makes you feel better, what your truth is. That leads into, there's the Six of Cups as I go to put that back in there. Somebody's let you down in the past. That's obvious here. The way they did it is what hurt, I think, the most. And it's going to take you time to heal from that. Just be patient, okay? Be patient with yourself. All right, 25, 29. All right, Cancer. Let's see what's going on. Let's do it backwards. What's going on for you guys? Cancer, the water readings, water signs and earth signs will be out today, tomorrow-ish. So we'll see. I don't know if earth or water is up next. It's going to depend on Spirit, and we'll go from there. Card comes out for you guys. Revolution. Stop. Specialization. Ooh. You guys are doing something real different here. Formation and alchemy. What else just popped? Ready but waiting. You guys could be waiting on some kind of, I want to say news or confirmation of something. You could be waiting on confirmation when it comes to a specialist. Someone, it's kind of, that revolution card is looking to that specialization, like, okay, now what do we do? You could be seeking some kind of help and or assistance. I really don't feel like the specialization is you. I feel like you're dealing with someone who specializes in something. You're trying, whether it's creating an appointment, creating a space, creating a way to come together, but there's something around this that says whatever this endeavor is, personal, professional, whatever it might be, it's probably going to be life-changing. Pluto and Aquarius, right? Revolutionary stuff there, and I feel like you're kind of rolling with that. Cancer is taking the jump. Watch the neck and the upper shoulders as well. There could be some inflammation over that this weekend. Watch how you're extending your neck, how you're carrying yourself, your posture. That's the word I'm looking for. That could be a problem this weekend, so be careful of how you're moving. Storm warning, and yin and yang. I'm going to compare this to if you're detoxing from something, you're probably going to get sick before you get better, right? Because your body's going through some sort of withdrawal when you're detoxing from sugar, caffeine, alcohol, whatever it is, right? It doesn't even have to be a substance. It could be a thought process. Storm warning and yin and yang is you're going to have to go through the mud and the muck to get to that balance. It's going to benefit you, okay? It's going to benefit you. And you could be seeking wise counsel for something like this, whatever that means. Some of you could be filing papers. I don't know where that's, well, Spirit, I know where it's coming from. Spirit is coming from there. So whatever this is has kind of left you feeling out in the cold. Like your heart space could have been put on hold with the sun and the woman holding heart here. She's cold, she's frigid, she's trying to protect herself. What I like about the sun versus the cold, the sun thaws out the cold, right? A temple path, this is part of your life path's work to work on these things. The number 44 could be very important. You will be working with other people in regards to this. It's going to create greater stability and confidence with you. 2 cards of the chakras right there. I love that. So this, the solar plexus, which is our confidence, willpower, root chakra, our stability, our security. This all feels spiritual and emotional to me for you, Cancer. I like this. There is, and I think whatever this is, you could be working with somebody that's extremely creative. They do something creative. They kind of, Spirit just said they light the way. Hangman, 5 of Swords. You could have a little bit of hesitancy, feeling scared about this. It's like you're giving power and or control in some way to someone else. I don't think that they're going to abuse that power. So there could be an issue for you around power. This could be a Virgo. Does not have to be that you're dealing with. Woman holding heart. 5 of Pentacles. You're just sick and tired of feeling left out and left behind. You're like, what's on the other side of that, and daydreaming about that. Here's the thing, though. You've got the key to make this change happen, I think, with whomever you're meeting up with or trying to get with, whatever's in your focus here. There's that Justice card. There's that balance. This is going to help. So you kind of be wondering, daydreaming. It's almost like you're kind of creating in your mind how much different things are going to be after a particular situation happens or something occurs. And that is kind of like your drive, even though you're unsure. The Devil. I said you're going to have to walk through the mud and the muck, right, to get out to the other side of this. And that Devil, the King of Pentacles, this is, again, somebody, I feel like you're kind of being triggered in the sense that you're having to put yourself into some kind of vulnerable position that creates a scenario where someone else has some kind of control in your world. You're putting, like a solid leap of faith in a person that feels all too familiar to you, but I don't feel like this is a repeat, though. This is a test for you from the universe, but this isn't going to be the same. But there's that fear. That Devil is the fear, the obsession about it. And I feel like whatever this is, you could be obsessing about the situation at this time. Just, Spirit just said lay low. The Runner, fear of intimacy, running away, intensity, letting go, turmoil, and fleeting. There you go. Golden Mirror, you could have been dealing with a narcissist, and I said those energies could be different, right? Like, what you've dealt with in the past, something is being triggered here. You could have dealt with a narcissist in the past. So, once you have to deal, and I know they throw that word around a lot, once you deal, though, with someone who is legit definition of a narcissist, to give any power away to anybody, you lose trust, you lose, like, control, you live in fear. Oh, and look down here, the Death card. Sometimes it's like you have to give a little bit to get a lot back, right? And that's kind of how this feels to me, is you're working on healing that, and this is part of that phase, is to heal that. Okay, so again, I think your abundance, positive mindset, you're worried. It kind of gives me the Nine of Swords vibes, like you're a little bit concerned about how this is going to work out. It's not the same as before, is what I want to say to you. Whatever you're dealing with, wherever you feel like you're having to, again, put yourself in a vulnerable position, does not mean, it's like you've been so comfortable in something for so long that's been very uneven and unbalanced, that when you have to give up a little bit of power to help balance it out in the future, that it feels like you're going backwards rather than forwards. But ultimately, there's a real big period of healing that comes from whatever this is that you're thinking about, worrying about, that it's going to come out so much easier for you. It's like the way you see it is, I'm coming up with more losses. What's actually happening is once you work through whatever this is, Spirit said that brings up emotion, you're going to be so much better off. So trust the process. If you're not sure, give it to God, the divine spirit, your angels, and trust that they've got your back. Divine faith right now, Cancer. Okay? Leo, 3246. Hello, Leo. I hope you guys are doing well. Alright, let's see. For Leo, January 26th through the 28th, what does the sign of Leo need to know? Efficiency and influence. You guys, one day you're high, the next day you're low, the next day you're this, the next day you're that. I heard it's just another phase. I'm ready to go again. I just did your reading for February, so what, we're going to hit a high note and then hit a low note in February again later. I love you guys. Whew. Preservation. Balance. Oh, I feel like you're coming. You have. It's like this weekend. Either you have done it over this week or going into this weekend or whatever this is. You're like, okay, who wants to get together? It's like, I needed time alone. I took time alone. Now I feel dead inside from taking time alone. Like, now I want to do something. Okay, I'm ready to come back out and play. Preservation. I keep seeing those death cards. That's closings of cycles, right? That's change and transformation happening. There comes the sun again. Like, the coolest thing to me, I think, is to see the death card in the sun. Because with the death is darkness, right? Everything just dies off, and then the light comes out and reignites all of the world, right? Pardon my eyes itchy. It just changes everything. So it's like there's a lot of healing here, Leo, that's happening. I don't feel like you're coming out full force. I do feel like you're gaining some kind of emotional balance. P.S. It was your full moon, so there you go. Door to personal healing and happiness. I said I feel like there's a lot of healing going on. Don't overanalyze it. Don't make it something that it's not. Quit worrying about family dynamics. Like, there's a lot of fear, a lot of falsified worry around family. It's like, what if I go out and I do this or whatever, and it doesn't go right? Like, then it's not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. That's all there is. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We expect everything to work out perfectly all the time. Like, we've got to follow some kind of written script, and this is going to be the outcome of the story. Are you happy? Leo is the primary thing. And it's the Sun and the Six of Wands. You got to be kidding me. The Wheel of Fortune. You may have really had some tough energies around you recently, Leo, and I feel like you're coming out of that self-preservation mode. Door to person. Did I just see? I'm pretty sure I just seen the Ten of Cups tried to come out too. Page of Wands, the Strength card. New opportunities, new growth. Strength card, there you are, right? Eight of Pentacles. Leo, outside of the overanalyzing, the falsified worry of this phase you were in, everything here looks beautiful. Like, I don't even know. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, that Eight of Pentacles is like, keep doing what you're doing because you're starting to feel better. Whatever you felt out of balance with is coming back into balance for you. Don't overanalyze the shit. It's an old codependent trait. Obsessing over things that you have no control over. Phoenix, again, Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with another Leo. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. But I've seen Leo and Scorpio's readings coming out so similar, or connecting to one another for so long. Girl with a snake, charmed or used, enabled, boundaries. Spirit just said that there is a falsified concern. So Leo, if you're afraid somebody's using you, I don't think they are. Like, you could be, again, same kind of energy as Gemini, or was it Cancer? Gemini, not Cancer. You're not dealing with the same thing anymore. Like, I want to say to all of you, like, whatever you have dealt with in the past, I don't feel like if you've done the work, Spirit's not giving this to you again. They're just asking, did you learn? And that evokes this fear around where we're going, that it's going to replay itself. Just pay attention to the dialogue. You're going to have new soulmates. You're going to have new twin flames. You're going to have new karmic connections and karmic partners. It's part of our growth. What is being used is other people are coming into our experience to teach us. We are all used in some capacity by Spirit to help teach other people and to teach ourselves. Leo, I don't feel like you got a darn thing to worry about here. Don't cause a problem, and don't return. You've got the choice to make in your actions whether or not you repeat a cycle. You also, completion, the World card. Done fucking around with stuff. Like, you get to decide. No one's making up that decision for you, and you're like, oh boy, this is too familiar. Been there, done that, right? Yeah, the Sun, deceit, appreciation. Thanks, but no thanks. If someone's coming in, they're already attached to somebody else. Thanks, but no thanks. You know, maybe somebody got you caught up in some third-party bullshit before. You believed them. You learned that it was lies. You got somebody else showing up now, and it's like, no. You know, or maybe they've tricked you into working weekends. Oh, yeah, you do that. You'll have Monday, Tuesday off. The next thing you know, you're working Monday and Tuesday. Again, hey, you going to work this weekend? No. Didn't give, even to go, oh, well, you have Monday, Tuesday off? No, I'm good. I'll work Monday and Tuesday. You're just learning. That's it. Spirit's throwing you a curveball going, did you learn? As long as you know your boundaries and what didn't work before, this new phase of Leo, you're going to be fine. Don't sweat it, okay? Virgo. 3916. All right, Virgo, what y'all got going on? I hope you guys are doing well. Virgo, I'll tell you the same thing I told the other signs so far. Earth signs and water signs, your February reading will be out either today or in the next couple of days. I'm hoping today and tomorrow. That's the goal. So definitely somebody's will come out today. But all right, Virgo. What does Virgo have going on January 26th through the 28th. What does Virgo need to know? Expectation and balance. Virgo, I feel like you're turning away from a group. I feel like this balance is not you at all. And I feel like you're looking off into the future, off into the sunset, off into something else. Like, I don't want to say outside of yourself, but outside of your typical external environment. Very interesting. Very interesting. What is this for Virgo this weekend, Spirit? Lone wolf energy, Virgo. Renewal comes out in the reverse. Clarity around a situation. You're not willing to do something again. Heat, that's pressure, that's fire energy. Could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. You're disappointed about the results of something. And I don't know if it was this week or the week before. I almost feel like you're trying to bite your tongue on something. You're not trying to renew some kind of conflict, but you're seeing the truth of a matter. You not saying something, and you guys can tend to be a bit quiet sometimes, right? But Spirit's saying you not saying something about whatever this is a change of pace. So this may be something in the past where you had no problem like voicing a concern or whatever. But it's like the more you sit in the quiet, the more you're understanding and seeing about a particular situation. But you're putting a stop to something. You're blocking. Oh, excuse me. I'm blocking something here that's happening. So let's see here. What is this for Virgo this weekend, Spirit? Balance card again. Angel of Balance, the Garden, and the Gate. You're holding back. You're holding back on talking about, speaking about. I feel like you're gaining information around a particular situation. You see the hesitancy. You see her mouth. It's covered. Like, don't speak. Right? Contract energy, which is also a form of balance. I just heard I wouldn't do this even if I had to. I don't know what this is. I feel like someone's... It's almost like somebody's expecting something of you, Virgo. That contract card is that of Libra, and I would also call that Sag. You're not, I don't know, it's like you've turned your back to something, and I feel like somebody else may have turned their back to you by requiring something of you too. I'm not real keen on this energy, and it's like you're not saying a whole lot. Your energy is coming through kind of quiet, subdued. You're not, yeah, there's holding back. That Four of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Somebody's holding back here, and I don't know if it's almost, it gives me the idea, Virgo, of this, I don't think I would call it a standoff, but there's a big distance between you and someone or something right now. And I'm not real, I'm going to be straight with you. Like, I'm not sure what it is about. And this could be, there could be concern about who you're intermingling with and who they're intermingling with. I almost feel like somebody is talking to you about somebody else, and it's applying pressure to you somehow, and you're just not interested in it. Like, there's something about it, like if you didn't have a clear understanding of a particular area of some situation with another person or your own life, it's like the aha moment. The light bulb goes off and goes, okay. And you have the perspective change. The perspective is shifting on a situation. Now I see, now I know, the Queen of Wands. Now I know what I need to do. Again, something, the Page of Swords, the Sun, the Queen of Wands. Something communication-wise is being illuminated. I feel like, I said, someone's coming to you, telling you, saying something to you. It's making things make sense. I'm going to be straight. I don't think you're happy with whatever this is. I feel like you're going to have to just kind of work through it. You're reminiscing, right? Pictures, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. to me, with this card right now, this is going back in your mind right now, playing, you know, if there's a situation someone's talked about or you've had a familiarity with, you're looking back at the facts of a situation, looking at the details of the situation, and something here to me is not adding up. Not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, fear, frustrations, addiction, codependent, obsession, restraint, possession, control, emotional block. It's almost like whoever you're dealing with, whatever you're dealing with, I feel like you're losing faith in a situation once again. You could be dealing with somebody who, you know, this could be a relationship, this could be a co-parent, this could be a co-worker, where you feel like they're being irresponsible, waiting for them to kind of step up and take on this role that they should be, or that should be what the course of action is, and they're not going there. They could be, you know, pretending to be single and just acting like everything's fine, and you're like, okay. Like, I don't feel like you guys are making a whole lot of movement this weekend, as much as you are taking in what you are becoming aware of and going, okay, something's got to change. I don't see anything changing, but I see the mind working very, very heavily. Okay? All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. All right. Libra. 4618. All right, Libra, I hope you guys are doing well. What's new this weekend? This is going to be your weekend read for January 26th through the 28th. I had to stop and think about it again. Alright, Libra. I think I have to sneeze again. Is it coming? I can't get, excuse me. I cannot get with it today. It went from like freezing, like Arctic, get a parka out cold, to like 60 some degrees in a couple of days. We had 8 inches of snow, and now it's like all gone. So my allergies in my body are like, what are we doing? I need to get some Mullein and some other things in me to help deal with the raccoon eyes and the red eyes. All right, Libra. Maybe you got raccoon eyes this morning too. I don't know. I'm like, whatever. Take me as I am, or leave me alone. All right, revisions and balance. Planning, awaiting, strategizing. What is the spirit for the sign of Libra? January 26th through the 28th. What does Libra need to know this weekend? Could be traveling with somebody. Libra. There's a split loyalty here. There's a lot of focus on whether this is you coming in like this or someone else. There's a lot of focus on a reliance to somebody else. But what's weird to me, and I don't have the cards to back it up intuitively, right? When you enter this union or commitment or whatever it is, if you're traveling, I don't know, some of you may be, it's like you're forgetting some other responsibility. It's like Spirit just said your commitments are questionable. Now you could be dealing with somebody else as well. They just said cross watchers, and or if you've got placements of Libra elsewhere in your chart, right? Your sun or your moon, your rising, or your Venus. This may intermingle with your sun sign. I almost feel like you guys are working and operating under this dual personality of wanting to be involved in something that creates, whether it's love or partnership or whatever. But when you step into that, it creates a space of leaving something else out. And I feel like you're kind of just going on and going ahead and not giving a whole lot of thought to the other responsibility. Now, for some of you, I feel like you are legit being irresponsible. For others of you, and I mean, you're going to know. Just be real with yourself, right? The other side of you is like, the other part of you guys are like, it's not worth my energy and investment right now because it's not showing enough like fruits from the labor I've put in. So I don't know. It's an interesting energy. It's like everything is like pending too. You could have things that are happening where you want to get them moving. You may be trying to work with somebody, but the problem is, like, I'm hearing pending, but the depend. Everything is depending on a specific outcome. Some of you could be moving around April. Like April 4th is sticking out very heavy. You could be moving, traveling, taking a trip. It could, I don't know where you all live, obviously. If you're in the U.S., I see something going to the west coast of the United States. I don't know. And there's a part of this too, Libra, and I don't know if it's you or someone you're dealing with. I'm not real keen, integrity-wise, we'll call it, on the motives of somebody else. It's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy. Like, they may be relying heavily on you for something they shouldn't be. Door to romance, coming together, right? Like, it's like, let's just go away. But here, again, I said, there's just something not right about a particular person in a situation. You got master numbers, right? Yeah, of 33. Or no, that wouldn't be. I don't know. 33 and 44. I'm getting stuff mixed up in my head right now. This woman holding heart, like, she's investing a little bit. So if you're dealing with somebody who can be cold, I feel like Libra, I've said this to you before. I said waiting, right? Maternal figures. I'm just going to flat out, like, it is not gender specific, right? So call it divine feminine, but I want to say, gut wise, for a lot of you, if you are a male, the women in your life you struggle with hardcore. And female Libras, I feel like, however you identify to, please know I'm not boxing anybody into a label. It's like you're fighting for the long-term stability of things that have never worked out before. Like, Spirit's going, you guys know who you are. Your messages, Libra, come in with such incredible conviction about what's happening. And there's some of you who truly understand it and get it, and you're trying. And then there's another part of the Libra collective that is just running into the toxic, codependent things they know and are comfortable with because, God, I don't want to do anything differently. I can't help it. Like, I don't mean to beat on you guys, but I see it plain as day. All right, what is this door to romance? The Sun in the reverse and the Seven of Swords, the Three of Swords. You're investing in the wrong space of love. If you are investing to make somebody else happy, it's going to leave you depleted, Libra. You can't live by a falsified means or a facade. And I'm going to say, for some of you, it's not even you. You're just kind of like in this illusion with whomever this is. You might have been the smooth talker in the past, Libra. Guess what? The person you're with who's sweet, innocent, loving, caring, everybody likes them, might just be the other way around. They could be using you. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case for all of you, so none of you, like, turn off this video and go to your significant other and just, I can't believe, like, don't be freaking out on them. Discern this accordingly. You really need to go within on what your partnerships and unions are about. Are they truly making you happy? Because look, there's the King of Swords, there you are. You need to get clear about that. something here is not right. If you're living in love, granted, we understand pain because we've loved, but love does not hurt. Okay? And if it does, what the hell's going on? And why? If it's always a fight, it's not love. I mean, it can be love, but it's not healthy love. What is this woman holding a heart? I almost feel like the Spirit just said someone's always fighting with you. It could be lazy. King of Wands, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Hierophant. You could be dealing a double Taurus here. I see Leo, King of Pentacles, Taurus, or Virgo, Capricorn. Hierophant, Taurus energy. Sun, Leo in reverse there. Wheel of Fortune, Taurus again. Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. They're almost irresponsible, Libra, whether this is you or them. I said nothing good comes out of this, right? Did I not say that? Or I was at least thinking it. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This is something that is going to repeat over and over and over again with this person. Or you are repeating these cycles with people like this. This is a massive spiritual lesson. I said about choices, right? Healthy choices need to be made. I said between like two partnerships or love or whatever it was. You need to make advice. Self-love, self-care, being happy, your love and life. Focus on the things that bring true, genuine, innocent joy, Spirit is saying. Hammer, sabotage, rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. If you have to keep going back in and fixing something in your relationship, like if you're constantly like being told that you are the one that needs to mend something, like your person's like, well, if you wouldn't have done this, it's almost like they beat you down. They demean you. They're like, well, you need to do this, you need to do that, and if you would do this, so you're always coming back in and apologizing or trying to do more, trying to prove yourself or show yourself, whatever this is, that's a fear of abandonment right there. Voila. You're chasing down what you think is going to make you happy. Invest it somewhere else. The Phoenix, and this is a twin flame relationship, right? Yin-yang balance, union duality, complement polar opposites. You're seeing what does not work. New phase, rekindle, renew, growth, change your mind, rise from the ashes. The Phoenix keeps coming out of there. Let it go. Let it fall to the ground. Because it's taking you away from the things that are requiring your attention, that need the assistance and the growth. Okay? All right, Libra. Leave it there. Scorps, I am going to take 2 seconds and reheat my coffee. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish up Scorpio through Pisces, and we will call this a reading. All right, give me a few minutes, guys. Okay, Scorpio, sorry about that. I needed a minute. It was like my butt was going numb sitting here. All right, Scorps. Let's see what's happening here. Too many cords. There's a breakdown in something here, Scorpio. Don't question yourself. I want to say don't spend this weekend questioning your abilities, core and discernment. I feel like you are trying to think your way through things. Scorpio trying to think their way through things instead of feeling. It's typical. I think there's a little bit of disappointment when it comes to other people in your world. Discernment coming out again. I'm going to take that in the upright, actually. Absence. I feel like when it comes to your external world, Scorpio, you could feel like everybody around you is kind of like missing in action. Like they have so much of their, I want to make this clear. I don't think you're attention seeking in any capacity, but it's like where you're trying to connect with people. You could have kind of just gone out into the world again and starting to intertangle yourself with other energies. There's almost a dissatisfaction with the heart of people. There's the heart here twice, actually, and it's very, very small. I think you're trying to give love, and other people just may not be in receiving mode. That's really, and as I say that, look, there you go. Like, you're taking action, and then it's like, never mind. Like, I tried. There's a little bit of disappointment that comes in with this. Like, I'm trying to open up. I'm trying to, and you could feel like an appreciation. You could feel like you're just being met with roadblocks when it comes to other people and circumstances. 7th chakra, Spirit's asking you to go to them and not to fear what's happening right now. You know, don't act on your worries. Don't act on fears. Don't act on other people's inability to open themselves up to things. That's just where they are. 3rd chakra, which is the solar plexus. My brain just went blank for a second. 1st chakra. So this is about your confidence, your abilities. I'm going to say, don't let, there's that anxiety showing up and that appreciation comes out on the bottom. Don't let other people throw your energy off this weekend. Angel of love. See, you're trying to give love. You're trying to heal here, Scorpio. And I think that it's working. You're done with, it's like, what? Blah, 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 blah. What other people can't see is like something you can see. And you realize, like, you've done so much healing work that you're working on opening up this space of love. There's that appreciation, right? Being grateful for all the things that you have. And then dealing with people outside of you who may not be sitting in that energy. They could be involving themselves in things that are codependent or toxic or bad habits. And you're just trying to, like, sit back and stay on top of the wheel. You're trying to keep yourself in check. I think you are. But everybody else's focus is somewhere else. And you're just like, I'm trying to give you love. I'm trying to be open with you. I'm trying to stabilize all of these things in my world. And it's coming up short. And that can be disappointing. So don't let that energy this weekend throw you off track of what you're trying to accomplish. People have to be open and receptive to receive. And it doesn't feel like they are. And I feel like you're kind of like, well, fuck it then. Why am I doing this? Why am I trying? Don't let that affect your stability. Empress, you're birthing new things for yourself here, Scorpio. And again, it feels like you feel like no matter how much nurturing, love, care you give, it's falling short. Everybody else is kind of like, I'm not saying that you're free of all things, because you're not. But other people's lack mentality, it's like, don't let them affect you this weekend. Where they're like, oh, well, you know, whatever, ho-hum, Eeyore kind of stuff. It's like, there's that Ace of Cups. And the High Priestess. Scorpio, your intuition, your acknowledgement of what other people are going through is very on point. You're very aware of what you need to do. Don't let other people affect the influence. Don't let them have an influence. And it's like you see right through why people are acting the way they are. And I feel like for you, it's just this internal need to want to connect to others because you're coming out of your shell. But it's hard to do when nobody's receptive to that, right? There you are. There you are. What is that? The Two of Cups. Yeah, you're trying to start new relationships. And when I say relationships, not just romantic, but you're trying to find like soul tribe. And I do feel like you're letting it come and letting it go as it needs to. But right now, I feel like you're in a space where it's a little disappointing in general. So what is this first chakra about? I just said soul tribe, right? 3 of Cups, Page of Wands. You just want to be kind of carefree and feel life for what it is. Everything internal and external to you is kind of like a fight. You're fighting to maintain that energy about you, where you're taking these new risks. You're kind of doubting yourself. Don't doubt yourself. But I also feel like you feel there's a lot of competition, a lot of fighting, a lot of everybody trying to do their own thing and get to the top. And a lot of it is coming through in toxic ways. Somebody you're dealing with could be like a gym nut. Like, I don't know what that's about. Like, they could be going to the gym, really working out. Like, everybody here in this 5 of Wands has their own agenda. And if it means crawling over top of someone else to get their way, it's kind of like where a lot of this energy is. There's a lot of mountains to climb with this 5 of Wands. I've never even noticed that before. Like, there's always going to be some struggles. There's always going to be some kind of strife. Like, it's part of the learning process, right? But I just kind of feel like you're very, very in tune and aware of why people are acting that way, and you're just like, okay, if that's where you are, I'm moving along with this Page of Wands. I'm going to go find the next, I don't want to say the next best thing, but the thing that feels right to you. Okay, so that's kind of where your energy is this weekend, Scorpio. Soulmates, golden mirror, one-sided. I said everybody's kind of out for themselves, right? There you go. And you're seeing that. You're very aware of that. What is this for Scorpio? Cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. I don't really feel like you're, you know, you're recognizing it. I think you're putting an end to it. I think that you're changing cycles here. I think you're not doing things the same way, but I do think that the old way of being, where you were trying to be a people pleaser, kind of creeps in. And it's like, well, what can I do to make it right? What can I do for them to see my value, my worth, and why I'm trying to give my love? And Spirit is asking you to just, if you need to be in a solitary energy and just feel good by yourself, then just feel good by yourself. The right things are going to come along, because you need to put boundaries up, and you are expressing those boundaries. You're not allowing the temptation to throw you off track, but it's there, right? It's still there. You still feel that. What is the advice for Scorpio, Spirit? All right. Healing heart. I told you. Look, every connection that you're making, you want it to be higher level. Like, you're done messing with people that are surface level. You're done with the small talk. You're done with stupid shit. Like, the 3D is a struggle, right? This reality, this world is a struggle. And I feel like you're letting go of those patterns. So this weekend is about healing and being comfortable within yourself, that even if nobody else gets it, you do, you see it. It's not where you are, and know that it's a matter of time. Spirit is saying, until the right people come along for you, and you'll know what those things are. Okay, so don't let any competition or some bullshit get in your way or stop you from making forward progress, because you're doing exactly what you need to do. Okay. All right, Sag. 106:47. Saggy, what do you got going on? I'm so tired today. Goodness, I am just whooped. TGIF, Sag. TGIF. All right, Sagittarius, Spirit. What is going on for Sag? January 26th through the 28th. What does Sag need to know? For Sag, please, Spirit. Perspective and unity. I just heard I got to step outside the guidelines. Are you pushing boundaries, Sag? Is it causing friction? These cards just shut down hardcore, and the cards are flying. They're saying Sag's reading is going to be different. Awesome. Saggy, I guess we're going to do this very, very different. What come out here? Shift in the sideways, repetition in the sideways, productivity in the sideways, stretch, fortitude. What else? Ready but waiting in the reverse. Patterns. I was just going to say, we're doing it again. And there it is. Sag, you got a choice to make this weekend. You guys are so on the cusp. Like, you're right there. You're right there at this threshold of changing the way you do things. Changing the repetitive cycles in your life. And you're like, to or not to? That is the question. It's like you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out on everything in life. I heard Spirit say you can't work your way through this. And to me, that is like, you can go to work. You can, like, whatever your responsibilities are. Maybe it's like the distractions, the housework, going to work, throwing yourself into things to keep yourself from having to acknowledge these situations in your world. That's the repetitive cycle here, Sag. Is the avoidance of things. And I said to you guys before, Spirit's not going to let you get away with it much longer. Ready but waiting in the reverse. It's go time, Sag. It's go time. I don't even know how I want to clarify these. Spirit's not going to let you get away with this. I don't even know what else to say to you guys. Like, it's just, you keep going back to the same shit. Like, you could, you know, let's just, I'm going to use this as an example. Let's just say Friday nights, every Friday night, the boys, the gals, the whomevers, straight to the bar after work. Party, 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 party. Well, we're getting older, right? Well, some of us. Maybe you don't recoup the same way. Maybe a wild night out on Friday ruins the rest of your weekend because you don't recoup the way you used to. And it's like Spirit's asking you to find this new way of being. And they're forcing the issue. Like, I almost feel like if the way they're giving me is like, if you go out on a Friday night and you get shit-faced, where Saturday you think you've got all the time in the world, everybody and their mother could be calling going, this needs done, that needs done, this is what's going on, I need you here. And it's not even about the boundaries. It's about pulling you out of this. There's a time to play and there's a time not to. Or there's a time that you're going to have to start to step up to the plate. That's how this feels to me. It's going to be some tough lessons learned that says, like, you don't, Spirit just said, you don't get to get away from it. Look at this. 8 of Cups. 7 of Swords. Ducking out. My duck and run, hit and run kind of card. Knight of Swords, running from it. I see this card in this deck as running from it, or chasing after something, or trying to catch up to something. You could be spending this weekend trying to play catch up on things because you decided to have one night that you shouldn't have had. Or this could also be a sense of procrastination from like the past week or two where you've let responsibilities go. Then Friday night you're like, okay, I'm going out, I'm just going to do my thing. And you're bailing on something, and the next day it's like, oh, guess what? This, and this needs to be done. So now here you are sitting there with a pounding headache and a hangover trying to get through the day. It's an avoidance of responsibility. It's an avoidance of having to change things that have needed to be changed for some time. Self-love, self-care, Sag. Listen, somebody's watching you. You know, and strange that I would get that with the Empress and the Ace of Cups, but this is not you. Somebody is watching you. Somebody is paying attention to this behavior. And they're like waiting to see if you're maturing. And if things don't change, there's going to be problems down the line. It's like, use this weekend as the example. Okay? Passion, snake, competition, and enemy. The other woman, look over your shoulder. Insane chemistry, sparks, having fun, equal interest, burning desire. Be careful who you're entangling with if you're out and about. You know, I hate to keep going back to like the, you know, being a drunk, or I don't want to say being a drunk, but just having a drunken night out. If you're partnered up with somebody, right, like you already have a person in your life or responsibility somewhere else, commitment somewhere else, and you go out with the boys and you're getting shit-faced, you're doing something that you typically would not do on a sober night. And it, again, I said it could cause problems. You've got an Empress and an Ace of Cups somewhere here, Sag, around you, who's watching your every move. They're really sitting on this awareness of how it is you're doing things. And it's like you're going out and making not so great decisions. And Spirit just said, and no, be aware, you could be dealing with somebody like this. And they're waiting for you to step up to the plate. At some point, there's going to be that proverbial straw that breaks the camel's back here if shit doesn't change. And vice versa. Healthy choices, Sag. Better choices in our lives. Love. Told you, somebody's offering you love. Somebody is trying to be there for you somehow. But you have to come from a place of self-care, self-love. Like I said, self-care, Sag. if you want this to be better, you have to be better. You have to make the investment into yourself to make other things happen. For the love of all things holy, do not put yourself in a situation this weekend, Sag, where you're going, oh shit, I need to learn from my mistakes again. I'm going to tell you, for some of you, that snake, you may think, now this could be for you or the cross watcher, right? You may think that people have no idea what you did in the past. And this can go back, Spirit saying 5, 7, 10 years ago. Where you had that one bad night. Where you maybe haven't admitted to the new person in your life or even to other people that you had, Spirit's using the word rendezvous, where you did something really freaking stupid. And you regretted it later on. Like in the moment it sounded like a good idea. But after that it wasn't such a good idea, right? We realized that. This cycle could be repeating. I would say typically this isn't who you are to be this way. But there's something going on internally that says, sure, what the hell, let's go. Trying to fill a void. Caution, Saggy, caution. I feel like you and Libra and Taurus constantly whipping on you. Because this temptation could really get you in a lot of trouble. And I feel like it's not like a legal trouble, or I mean, it could be, so just be mindful. But this temptation is about your relationships and your partnerships with other people. And I think there are ones that have really come in and been honest with you. And it's going to take one moment of you not being honest with them. It's going to really change everything. Remember, everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. Just saying. All right, Sag. Whew, that's enough of that. Capricorn, 116, 50. All right, Capricorn. Let's see, how are you guys? Earth signs, February readings will be out, hopefully, I don't know, either today or in the next couple of days. Depends on which one comes up first, water or earth. I got those to finish, so. All right, Capricorn. Dependability. I feel like you guys are working. Nice working construct with other people. Expectation card, I'm not a big fan of it, but I kind of feel like coming together with other people is a positive for you, so you could be out and about this weekend as well. I think that it's like you could just be out getting some sunlight. Like you could just be out feeling good, out roaming. Spirit is saying you're out roaming around. So, I don't know. I feel like getting out. I could see some people walking down sidewalks. Maybe you live in a town like that, where you're able to like visit shops or something. Man holding a heart, the temple path. I feel like you might be in your masculine energy, but I will also say for others of you who are not partnered up, you could be coming into connection with a soulmate. Now, let me remind you, soulmates come in various forms. It doesn't mean you're running off next week and getting married, so don't get too crazy on me. Let's see. Broken heart. I think this person's got the same kind of background as you, or, you know, you're sharing in, it's a him. Oh, Lord. Broken heart. Pay attention to family issues in regards to health. Got 9/11 here, storm warning. Spirit's saying don't travel too far away from home this weekend, Capricorn. But there's also, for some of you, a lot of healing that's happening. I think some things have been stirred up and you're seeking a way to heal that energy that's coming in. Counting your blessings is what Spirit is saying. Anything that's hurt you or given you some tough times recently, you may not see it now, but new opportunity is coming in for full happiness and fulfillment. Oh my God, the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups, I said you could be having a soulmate. This may catch you off guard. They may have dealt with something very similar to you. You could just have a friend that you're spending some time with, that you guys are doing some healing together, whether you realize it or not. Ace of Pentacles going straight to the King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, High Priestess, the World card. Powerful stuff there, Capricorn. A lot of changes are happening for you. You're stepping into a positive, vibrant energy. A lot of sacral and solar plexus energy with that. Root energy as well with the King of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a Taurus. Does not have to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I just feel like you're connecting with things. Excuse me. Look at that. Split. Soulmates. As if you're dealing with a soulmate. Dragonfly. Lighthearted. Adapt. Finding out. And change. Things coming to light and healing. This week is all about you healing and getting back into a sense of self and finding people that are connecting with people. Not finding people. Connecting with people who are supportive of that. So, I mean, I like this energy for you, Capricorn. The butterfly. Evolving and growth. Next phase. Healing inner child. Releasing the past. Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation. Struck by love. Yin yang. Balance. Union. Duality. Complement. Polar opposites. You're coming into union with other people right now. And this could be love. It may not be love. But it's people that are actually worth a shit. Like people who are going to stand up and they're going to like legitimately be there for you. So you could be having a lot of communication over the weekend, just getting out, seeing places, doing things. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of your energy this weekend, Capricorn. Good stuff. I like it. Very simple. All right. That's the shortest reading I've done this whole thing. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Aquarius. Whoops. What is this? Perspective upside down. Are we needing it? I just want to scream, let go of this person. Whoever this person is, let go of them. Do not slip back into your old ways because of a full moon. Do not let your emotions carry you away. It's like you're making some massive change, Aquarius, and I love that for you. But there's a little fear popping up right now that's like, oh, we're just going to go back and do it the way we used to. Bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're clinging on to something here. Let go of the old way of thinking. Let go of the old way of doing. Let go of the old toxic patterns. There's the desire. There's a man holding heart. This could pertain to love. Some of you are like, but I have so much to give. I don't care what you have to give. Is the person you're giving it to worthy of that? Because if not, why are you giving anything at all? Oh, because the human desire, the ego steps in and says, I need to feel. I have a desire. It could be lustful. It could be emotional. It could be I just want to have fun. I just heard, excuse me. I just heard girls want to have fun. Hold on one second. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Dry tickle in my throat. But still, desire isn't always a healthy, like, is it a healthy desire is what I want to say to you. All right, Aquarius, what's going on for Aquarius this weekend? Don't rush into things. 5-5. Oh, Aquarius. Community card. It's like, oh, I'm going to show myself to be this and this. Trying to fill a void. Financial constraints. I see that card as everything is bare and empty. Spirit has stripped away so much on the internal level here, Aquarius, and that's really uncomfortable for you. So it's like, okay, then I'm just going to go back and re-engage with people and things and situations and places that have kept me stuck because I don't want to be alone in this. You're going to have to be alone in this sometimes. It's the inevitable. Like, you've got to rebuild. And Spirit's like, now hold on a second. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to any roadblocks. Like if you're going out to do something or whatever it might be, and all of a sudden things aren't working out, or the car won't start, or you get a flat tire, or there's delays, and other people are like, we're leaving without you, we got to leave by this time. That's Spirit going, now hold on a minute here, what are you doing? you need to stop and think about this. We're going to keep creating these roadblocks for you because you don't need to be attached to this. So, not everything that is shiny, bright, and new, Aquarius, is good for you. Remember that. The Hierophant coming out in the reverse. You're listening to the wrong side of things. Like, deepen your knowledge. Deepen your connection with spirit. I'm getting choked up. Deepen all of those things that pull you out of the internal self. And the monkey mind, right? The bullshit desires. Spirit is like, I see you. I'm watching you, Aquarius. And you're stepping back into an old way. And they're rushing in. And you're just like, well, I'm going to monkey around and just see what happens. You're testing the universe rather than them testing you. And that's not always advisable. Five of Wands in the reverse when it comes to financial constraints. Internal struggle with the self. I don't care what way I see the Five of Wands. At that point, it's like hanging yourself out to dry. And it's within yourself. It's not about, I mean, it can be about other people. You're obviously dealing with some other people here that are pulling you back in. But if you continue to engage with these people, you're hanging yourself out to dry. That's a choice that you're making. Look, the Chariot and the Devil. The Empress. Lusty love and car rides and quick movement. And I don't even know why I see somebody's hand touching somebody's thigh. Like, I can't right now. Oh my God. This is just not good. This is not okay. Go meditate. Go. I wanted to go play the violin. I have no idea where that came from. I don't care what you do. Do something else. You've worked, Aquarius, you've worked so hard to get to where you are. Your last reading was beautiful. Cat's wired. Don't hang yourself out to dry because you have a moment of weakness. Okay? Like, just don't do it. What is this attachment about, Spirit? You're going to regret it. Death card. Got Sag energy, Temperance, Ten of Pentacles. With the stability, the security, the balance that you have just worked so hard, and Spirit is saying, especially in the last 2 to 5 weeks, you are going to take that and just, it's like flipping the I could just stand here and flip this table over and things are going to fly everywhere. I could have spent all this time organizing my cards and the camera and everything else, and I'm just going to flip it all upside down just because I have a moment of maybe being pissed off. Why? I've just caused myself so much more work. I've set myself back 10 paces. That's what's going to happen here if you don't watch. Okay? Spirit is asking you to bring an end to this. Do not re-engage. Not today. Boundaries and hurt. Avoiding conversation. Not dealing, still upset. Like, again, don't do this today or any other day. Addiction. Codependent, obsession, restraint, possession, control, emotional block. You're blocking out the fact that everything has been stripped down to a bare minimum here. This is not going to happen. Your abundance, and it's not just money. These things are not going to happen overnight. You engage with this. You've got shock, a sudden change. You got 5-5 here. Enabling boundaries, clock, needing time and patience. I'm telling you, do not invest in this. All for the sake of it. Oh, but we get along and we have chemistry, and I almost feel like someone's trying to smooth talk you, and you're like, okay, or maybe you're doing the smooth talking. But we have so much, I have so much desire in that. It's gonna be short-lived. Sparklers, they don't last for what, 30 seconds? And then you're gonna be left. Don't do it. 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 Stay away from it, Aquarius. Stay away from it. All right. Moving on. Pisces. 1/29/16. All right, Pisces. So, you know, I've said it quite a few times. I don't know if you've watched your other placements or what your other placements are. water signs and earth signs, the February readings will be out next couple of days. Hopefully some of those today. I'm not sure which element though, but keep your eyes open as your February reads will be coming out. Magnetism influence. Spirit said this is positive. Here's a cool thing. And I like this. You have created space for better things in your life. Hell to the yeah. There's a little bit of a longing on the emotional plane. But I feel like it's like Evanescence, Bring Me to Life. Maybe that's your song. I don't know. But it's almost like there's life being breathed back into you, and there's a positive influence that's happening, and you're being drawn into something that's going to create happiness. I got the chills. Heck yeah. I like this. I like this for you. Deceit and the Magician in the Mirror. Okay, I was like, what is this? We started off good, but then here comes this craziness. Pisces, have you walked away from something? You're stepping into something that I feel is better for you. The only thing I'm going to say is, please make sure you're ending one thing before you're starting another. Okay, there's something about that here that it's like you could feel like something else is drawing you in, but you don't want to start a new cycle if you're in the middle of something with someone else. You need to finish something out. I want to see something, because this word, what does that mean? That's interesting. Okay, so I'm not so great with memorizing word definitions. I heard nepotism. Ironically, magnetism sitting here. It says, the practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives, friends, or associates, especially by giving them jobs. He promised an end to corruption and nepotism, so favoritism. So where is nepotism or favorism happening in your life? And I feel like with that, I was like, wait a minute, I gotta think about this for a second. You're walking away from something here where there was this. It feels right, but I'm just going to say, make sure you have the facts. Make sure you know exactly what it is. It's kind of like sealing up. It's like being an investigator, Pisces. Make sure you got all your facts. Make sure they can't be refuted. And if someone was going to come back and refute something or rebut something, do you have the know enough or the evidence enough to go, I call bullshit, and here's the reasons why. So it's like, make sure whatever you're doing, or for whatever reason, if it's dealing with somebody else, is, you know, it's not refutable. Page of Pentacles, blah, 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 Tentacles, Pentacles. Page of Pentacles coming out with the Deceit card, Magician in the Mirror, Knight of Pentacles. Someone's holding on, someone's moving forward, and that is absolutely you. Like, you're seeing where, the Devil, look at this, the Devil in the Chariot. This Page of Pentacles holds on to things for herself. I'm not a fan. It's controlling and causing confusion. You're aware of this when it comes to somebody else. Like, if they've sold you an illusion, you're walking away from it. You're going to go off. You're going to do your own thing. I think it's the very best thing for you. Don't let people pull you into their ridiculous bullshit. 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, Lovers, Queen of Cups, High Priestess. Something new is absolutely coming in for you that is not going to be under these terms and conditions. So, especially for those of you leaving like a mechanic's job, you're working at like a warehouse, a garage or something like that, you're over it. Totally over it, and leaving that scenario behind. So, ooh, what is sticking up here? Oh, wait, there's another card. Knight of Swords. How'd that end up in there? Oh, listen, you're not just walking out, you're running. You're hitting pedal to the metal, like, I'm out. Like, yeah, 7 of Swords. Like, you're leaving a situation. Oh my God, where is that? Why are those cards in here? That's crazy. Someone could blame you for nepotism as well. Somebody could be blaming you. And I'm going to tell you, the one projecting on you is the one who's doing it. So, There's another freaking card in here. You've got to be kidding me. Hold on. This is crazy. I've just done all of these readings. Did I see another? I did see another card. There it is. You've got to be shitting me. Look at that. You can't. Oh my gosh. You cannot make this up. I said you're leaving, right? Knight of Pentacles. Forward momentum, right? Tangible things. Good things. Knight of Swords. He's hitting the ground running. Seven of Swords. Getting the hell out of things. You know, taking what's mine and out the door. Eight of Cups. All three of those cards were in the deck that I used to give the advice. You see, they're not the same. Like, 4 times over confirmation from Spirit. Get the hell out of this. And then nonetheless, the underlying energy is walk away. Because I'm going to tell you, if somebody's been playing you, Pisces, third party shit, pretending, it's going to blow up in their face. It's like their karma for lying. Hammer, sabotage, rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. And don't let them come back to like file down the details. Like, oh, let me fix the details to this situation. No. Don't give them time to cover things up, is what Spirit is saying. And when they say that, mask comes out. Hiding true feelings, pretending and delude, gaslighting, personifying. They're trying to like one-up you here. You get out of this. You're being drawn out to something else. They're trying to keep you stuck in some bullshit. Clarity, truth, revelations, honor and protection, determination. Just run. Run for the hills, Pisces. Run. Poker face. Take a chance, risking options, not showing hand, gambling. That to me, and look, evolving growth, next phase, healing inner child, releasing the past. If someone's kind of threatened you in a job position and said, you'll never find another pay grade like this, you'll never have it as good as you do here, be bold enough to take the opportunity and run with it and go, okay, we're going to go find out. I'm going to go test the waters because this person's trying to hold you back. This situation's trying to hold you back. This situation's trying to keep you in under this illusion where you can't see the truth for the, you know, the hand in front of your face kind of thing. Get out while the getting's good. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. So, all right. There you go, guys. Weekend read right there. Like, share, subscribe, comment. If you have not done so, personal readings are available via email, description box below, about section of the page until I get that calendar up. I'm getting there. One thing at a time, right? Rome was not built in a day. So I'm sending you guys so much love. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye.